Hey, so glad you stopped in today because today I'm going to show you how to upcycle a cheese container like this one and create your very own butter dish like this one. So if you want to learn how to do this, then stick with me. I mean, you could just order a butter dish from Amazon like this one here, but it costs you $20. This way you'll save some money and use your creativity and upcycle. So why not stick with me and I'll show you step by step how to create your very own butter dish today. Okay, so to begin with, you want to peel off the label off of the top here. You want to soak it in some dish soap to get this off. Okay, so after you remove the label, there's going to be some sticky residue left behind like you see here. And to get that off, you can either use the Goo Gone, which I have an Amazon link below to that if you want, or you can use a more natural thing, which is the lemon oil. And that's what I'm going to use here. So I'm just going to put some lemon oil on it. And then I'm going to take a paper towel and just wipe it clean. And just keep rubbing it until the residue comes off. And then when you get all the residue off, you can wash the oil off with just dish soap and water and dry the whole thing. Okay, so now that I have it nice and clean, I'm going to take these cocktail napkins with the sunflowers on them. I got these from Oriental Trading company. And the reason I chose these cocktail napkins was because I was trying to match a project I did earlier, these soap dispensers that I upcycle. And if you want to see videos about how to upcycle soap dispensers, you can look below this video in the description box, and that'll lead you to some of my other videos on how to upcycle some of your soap dispensers around the house. So to start doing this, what you want to do is unfold the napkin like this, and then you want to cut it down the center where it's already creased. Just separate it into 4 sections. Okay, once you have it cut into 4 sections, now you want to take one of them, and what I did was I cut it out like this. You just cut around the edges of the pattern wherever you want to highlight it. And this is how I chose to do this one. So I'm going to go ahead and do this other one also, because I'm going to need one for the other side of the butter dish. This one's going to go on the one side, and then I'm going to put another one facing the opposite way on this side. But first I'm going to go and I'm going to paint this whole thing with white acrylic paint and let it dry. And I'm using this Liquitex Basics acrylic for this. I think I got this at Michael's. And what I'm doing this for is because I want it to look kind of like porcelain in the end. And also, when you put the napkins on, the see-through stuff, it just doesn't really look that good. It looks better against a white background. So I'm going ahead and I'm going to paint this whole thing and let it dry. And I'm trying to make this brush strokes as smooth as possible so that when I apply the napkin, it doesn't have a bunch of bumps under it. While that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and cut out my other flower for the other side of the butter dish. And I'm just going to go around the edges. Leave a little bit of the So next we're going to apply this piece of napkin and show you here that there's 3 layers to these napkins, and you want to keep just the bottom layer, or should I say top layer where the picture is, and just pull it apart real gently so that it doesn't tear the napkin. And you want to use this part to apply to the project. You do this because if you have all 3 layers, it just gets to be a wrinkled mess when you try to apply it with the Mod Podge. So it's best to just separate and just have the 1 layer. Plus it just looks more of a print when you use just the 1 layer too. It looks more like it was printed on the item. Okay, so now we have that off, and we're going to go ahead, and I've already applied the one piece here, and I'm going to go ahead and apply this piece on this side, because what we want to do is we want to make it wrap around like this and just kind of meet in the middle on the top there so that you have it on each side. So to do that, I'm going to apply this Dishwasher Safe Mod Podge, and I'm going to put it underneath of the piece of napkin, and then I'm going to smooth it out onto the butter dish. And you would not put this item in a dishwasher, even though this says dishwasher safe. This is just to protect it from water, but this plastic would not be dishwasher safe. So please don't put it in your dishwasher if you make this project. Okay, so I'm just painting on this Mod Podge, and I'm starting over here for where I want the napkin piece to go. And I'm going to make it come across to about how far the pattern's going to reach on the butter dish. And also on the top, it's going to go because it wraps around to the top. And then also a little bit on this side because it wraps down around a little on that side. Okay, and you want to smooth it out as smooth as you can for underneath of the napkin. Alright, so now we're ready to apply our napkin, and what I do is I usually take saran wrap, but I'm out of that, so I'm going to take wax paper and I'm going to apply this with the wax paper to help smooth it out so that it doesn't get all wrinkled. And to begin, I'm going to just line up this piece with the edge of the butter dish where there's like a little indentation there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but just a little indentation. I'm just going to try to line this piece up. And don't press down on it yet because you want to be able to move it. And when you do press down, you want to press it in the middle. And just work your way out to the edges till you have it placed where you exactly want it to go. Okay, and you don't want to push too much because you might tear the napkin. So this is where your wax paper comes in. And you want to put it over it and then smooth it out like this. Okay, so I've gone back after it dried and I've added some more Mod Podge. I'm going to let this dry. And oh, this is a protective coat. We're going to put about 4 or 5 of these on in between letting them dry, just so that, you know, it'll protect it from the water and help hold on the pattern and the paint. And also, if you're enjoying this video, if you could hit the like button, I'd appreciate it. And also, if you want to see upcoming videos, if you could hit the subscribe button and the bell, then you will be notified the upcoming videos. For now, we're going to let this dry, and I'm going to show you the next part of the project that we're going to do after this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this little knob for the top of the butter dish. Now, I found this digging through my junk drawer. I forgot I had these that I bought and never used and never got them back to the store in time to get a refund. So I'm sure you probably have things like that at home. But if you don't, I'm going to put a bunch of pictures of some ones I saw on Amazon that are really pretty, that if you want to do the same project you could use. Or even if you want to use different napkins, different patterns, you could use any pattern you want. I just chose the sunflower one. But anyway, to put this on, I could have taken this screw and put it up through the center, through the plastic, and screwed it on, but it's too long. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to use this Gorilla Glue, and then I'm going to glue it on here and secure it like that. And also, I should mention that I added glitter to the top of this, glitter glue. I got this from the Dollar Tree, and then I just let that dry to make it kind of match better with the yellow. And then we're going to work on, after this dries, we're going to put several more coats of the Mod Podge on here. And we're going to work on the edges and how to put the bottom on. Okay, next for this under piece that the butter sits on top of, we don't want to put a lot on there because that's where the butter is going to go, but I did want to decorate the edges here where it's going to, you're going to be able to still see that. And so what I decided to do was, I had this old stick-on thing that I got from Hobby Lobby a while back that I used for another project, and by the way, you can see that project below. They were kitchen canisters. And so since I had this left, what I did was I cut out a side of it like this, and I added some gold glitter from the Dollar Tree so that it would match the project more and be like kind of thematic with my kitchen. So I'm going to also Gorilla Glue that on there so that it's on each edge of the butter dish. As you see, I have Gorilla Glued these 2 pieces on here, and now as you can see, the black kind of overhangs, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to trim this off around the edges here. Okay, so as you see, I've trimmed off the black edges, and when you go to put the top on here, you're going to see that there's some black also that shows on the outer edge here of the white, and this is because I'm trimming these extra tabs off. But anyway, you want to trim the excess black off so that you don't see that, and you want to cut these corners off of the top. Okay, so once you've trimmed off the excess black and the excess white on the top, You can snap together your butter container and see if there's any other edges that might need trimmed. But I think overall it looks pretty good for now. Okay, so this is the last step to this project. It's the yummy part, using your butter dish. So I saved some bread that we had from when we ate out from the Outback Steakhouse, and I'm just going to enjoy that right now. And have you ever had this bread? It's so yum. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed your new butter dish, and thanks for joining me today, and have a wonderful day.